What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. But today we won't be doing any mechanical work, I guess. We're not inside, we're outside, we're starting differently. This is all a bit weird. Anyway, welcome back. I'm the Virtual Mechanic. This is Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. We aren't going to be doing any mechanics today, weirdly. Come into a mechanic game and do no mechanics. Today is all about racing. It's going to be a bit of fun. We're going to have a laugh. We've got our, obviously, top 5 of our Showcar board, all looking absolutely fantastic sitting out here. But none of them have ever seen a bit of racetrack, drag strip, anything like that. So today we're going to take these 5. We're going to compare them against each other and our Audi R8, just because it's here. And obviously I know this one works on the track. So theoretically, it should work on the drag strip as well. So it's a good little benchmark comparison. None of this will be going onto our speeder board, lap time board, anything like that. This is just going to be its own separate little thing. Bit of fun. The Showcar board, the Audi is on the Showcar board, just not in the top 5. So that's why we're sort of glossing over that one a little bit. So each one of these is going to get a couple of laps around the racetrack, a couple of goes up and down the drag strip, and we're going to do a little speeder board for the day. See who is the best of my Showcar builds. It should be a bit of fun. My money, in all honesty, is probably on that Audi. I'm not 100% sure anything can beat it. This one's not in the top 5, as I said, but it is one I know works on the track because it's the only one I actually ever tested. So today we'll find out. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. It could go absolutely fantastically. I hope you're going to join along for the ride anyway, because it should be a bit of fun. Let's get on with it. Let's start getting some of these to the tracks. I'll show their dynos as we go. Maybe a bit of gearbox tuning if we need to. Too much on some of them. In fact, we'll probably do the gearbox tuning screen at the very least for every single build before we take them around the track. Let's get started though. Let's get onto the drag strip and let's get the first mini competition up and running, starting with the beautiful Audi R8. Here we are then at the drag strip. We've got the track machine Audi R8 with us, setting the benchmark, what I believe to be the benchmark for what we'll be getting up to today. I will pit the gearbox tune that I've chosen for this on screen here. Enjoy that. Pause it if you want to get a much better look. Get rid of that. Let's get back onto it. We're just going to do 3 quick races. They're not even going to be against opponents because we just want the times. So I'm just going to go warm up and practice and the 1/4 of a mile. And let's just go. Well, here we are then at the start line with our beautiful, beautiful Audi R8. I do absolutely love this car. I think it's stunning. But we're just going to get on with it. We're just going to go. I'm going to do 3 quick laps. We're going to get the times. And then we're going to move on to the next vehicle and see if it can beat the track machine Audi R8. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful little beast. Off the line, into 2nd, into 3rd. And up to 4th. Let's keep this going. Can we get 5th? We're getting 5th as well. And across the line for run number 1 with the Audi R8 with an 8.718 and a top speed of 265 kilometers an hour. Not too shabby for your first run. Can we get slightly better? Run number 2 for the R8, and we're on the other side. Quite fitting. Quite pleased with that. I hope for the 3rd one it pits us back on the first run again. That'll be quite interesting. But anyway, let's just go. Come on, R8. Can you beat your previous time? Certainly hope so. Into 2nd, into 3rd. That was a bit of a choppy gear change. Into 4th, into the top gear we're using. And across the line, what have we got? An 8.645. That is beating our first run just by a little bit, but that counts. 8.645 from the beautiful R8. Still with the same top speed of 265 kilometers an hour. But one more run to go from the Audi R8, and then we'll move on to the next car. Last run on the drag strip with the Audi R8. Don't worry, this little beast will be back later for a couple of laps around the racetrack. But before that, let's get this last drag race finished. See what the best time is for this beautiful track machine Audi R8. Come on, you little beast. Let's get a good run for the final one. Into 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Decent gear changes. Into 5th. Let's get across the line. Is this the best run of the day? 8.643. Ever so slightly beating run number 2. 8.645 for run number 2. 8.643 for run number 3. So the 3rd run of the day was the best run from our beautiful Audi R8. Let's get back to the garage. Let's pick who's going to go up against it first from our Showcar board winners. We made it back from the drag strip in the beautiful R8. Next up is that stunning Nissan Z, one of my favorite cars to come out at the moment. Beautiful looking thing. Obviously, this is a crazy wide body build. What did we even call this one? It was the VM Street Edition. Lots of bonus parts on this one. You should check the video out if you haven't already seen it. And my secret livery, hidden livery, I can't even, Easter egg livery. That's what we called it, wasn't it? Because it was from... The inspiration came from an Easter egg from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There we go. Took me a minute. But anyway, this is what we're going to be taking around the track next. Should be a lot of fun. Obviously, that engine in there looks absolutely beautiful. But can it compete with the Audi R8 down at the drag strip? There is only one way to find out. Let's get the Nissan Z onto the drag strip. Let's see what she can do. Sticking with the warm-up and practice is just us on our own or in the right-hand track. This is the Nissan Z, and this is the gearbox tune we're using on the drag strip. Enjoy it. Pause it if you need to look at it longer. That's what we're going with. Let's get going with the Nissan Z. Can we beat the track machine Audi R8? I'll be honest, probably not. This is only a B-class in the drag rating. But regardless, let's get going. Let's find out. Come on, you beautiful little Nissan. Off we go into second. Definitely feels a lot slower in the start. And in fact, the whole run feels considerably slower than the R8. But it is a whole level down. So let's just see where it turns out. There we go. 11.482 for the first run. Just a couple of seconds out from that Audi R8 there. With a top speed of 198 kilometers an hour. Not too shabby from our beautiful Nissan Z. I'm just more impressed that it worked more than anything else. But there we go. 2 more runs for this beautiful Nissan Z. And then we're going to see what the next car is. And what that one can do on the track. Drag strip. Round 2 for the Nissan Z. Can we beat the 11.482 from the first run? I hope so. But probably not. Anyway, let's go. Beautiful Z off the line into second. That start did feel a little smoother, I'm not going to lie. Into third. Must be this first lane. The left inside lane must be our lucky lane. We'll stick with that. Let's get across the line. Is it better than 11.482? 11.687. I thought it felt quicker. It was 200ths of a second slower. Still with the same top speed, though, so there we go. Can we get the best run of the day for the Nissan Z on the drag strip and its final run? Let's find out. Last drag strip run from the Nissan Z. We need to beat the 11.482. Come on. Can we get under 11 seconds? I mean, half a second to lose based on what? Better gear changes. It's not going to happen. But anyway, let's see what the final run is. Off the line. That was a poor start. That was a poor, very delayed reaction, I feel. But it is what it is. Into third. Into fourth. Come on, you beautiful Nissan Z. Just a night trust or something across the line. What have we got? Best run? Definitely not. Our first run was the best run with an 11.482. Our final run with an 11.673. But all with the 198 kilometers an hour in the top speed. Not too shabby. As I said, it is only B class, B371, so it's quite low. I never expected this one to absolutely smash the drag strip. Hopefully, it'll do better around the racetrack a little bit later on. Let's get back. Let's go see what we've got next. See what that one's going to do. And hopefully get some better runs down the drag strip. Back from the drag strip in our beautiful Nissan Z. Not the best times, but it is only a B class. 11.482 seconds at 198 kilometers an hour. Definitely losing to the Audi R8. First 2 down on the drag strip at least. Let's get on with the next one, which is the SRT Black Badge Dodge. Looking absolutely fantastic. I do love this livery. You guys obviously enjoyed it too, hence it ended up in the top 5. But there we go. It's time to get this beast down the drag strip. This one should be pretty powerful. We'll just have a bit of a jumpy game there. Open up that hood. It is a supercharged V8 in there. Lots of carbon fiber and green. Looking absolutely fantastic. It is also... Oh, that dual pipe. I remember this one now. Oh, it looks beautiful. Absolutely loving that. But anyway, will it be any good down the drag strip? Now it's the turn of the Dodge Charger SRT Black Badge Edition. Can we beat the 8.643 seconds from the Track Machines Audi R8? So let's get in. Let's find out. Here we go then on the drag strip with the SRT Black Badge. What can we do? We need to try and beat that Audi R8 with an 8.643. This is the gearbox tune. We've gone for the drag race in the SRT Black Badge. Hopefully it should be pretty good. I think first and second gear is still a little bit dubious though, but it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. Let's go. Come on, you little beast. Let's get it done. Off the line. First is awful. Second, near. But anyway, into third. Let's keep going. Hopefully we get some good speeds at least with this across the line. That looked pretty quick. What was that? 270 kilometers an hour. We've got a new speed record for the day. But sadly, a 9.480 is not beating that Audi R8. Less than a second out. I don't think we'll be able to do it with this one. But anyway, let's give it 2 more goes and see what we can come up with this beautiful Dodge Charger. Race number 2. And maybe, just maybe, with some slightly better gear changes, we might do a little bit better. Let's find out. Come on, Dodge. We can do this. I know it's a team effort. First, nice and simple. Second, out the way quite quickly. Into third. A little bit of wheel spin I heard there coming off the back wheels. And we're going to go into a fifth as well, which probably didn't help our top speed. No, 268, so slightly slower in the top speed, but definitely a little bit faster in 9.370, almost 100th of a second quicker. Not too shabby from our beautiful little Dodge Charger. One more race to go. Hopefully we can get a slightly better time. I'd like the speed to still be up there as well, though. Final run for the Dodge Charger. We need to beat 9.370 and 268. Because that's the time we got with that faster speed, kilometers an hour. Can we do it for our final run? Let's go. Beautiful Dodge Charger. I want you to be able to do this. First, second out the way, nice and quick. Into third, slightly less wheel spin that time. Into fifth. I think we are going to need it. And across the line, was it better? 9.437 and only 266 kilometers an hour. So we're getting slightly slower now with the Dodge Charger. But that was the last run of the day. So there we go. 9.437 seconds for the Dodge at 266 kilometers an hour. We've still got 3 more to pit down the drag strip, so let's get on with the next one up. The Dodge is back, all parked up, looking pretty good. Not too shabby from the Dodge Charger there with a 9.370 seconds to the quarter of a mile. Obviously beating out the Nissan, but not beating out the Audi R8. Next up, though, is obviously our beautiful Volkswagen here. The musical masterpiece, musical showpiece. There we go. Looking very, very nice. Now, this one, obviously, is probably not going to be very, very good at all. But it is what it is. It looks fantastic. I don't think this one's going to win anything today. I think this one might come last on the drag times. Last on the track times. One thing we are doing as well, I have done it for all the other ones, is pit slick tyres on them. This used to have tyres with green lettering. Obviously, the fit's slightly off, but they'll go back with their original tyres later on. This has got invisible tyres anyway, so they were just slicks. Obviously, this one wasn't slicks, but it is now. This one was already slicks. I think this is already slicks, yeah. And this one will also change to slicks for racing later. We will put their original tyres back on later on so that they still look the part. But we're going to whack some slicks on this one, and then let's get this one down the drag strip. It's time for the Volkswagen double cab pickup, or musical showpiece as we were calling it, to give the drag strip a go. And its drag rating of E61, absolutely nailing this, ready to go. We're going to smash that Audi's time of 8.643 seconds. Let's go. This is one of my better looking builds in my opinion. It's third on the speederboard for a very good reason. Can we get some decent times down the drag strip with this beast? I'll be happy if I can break 100 kilometers an hour, to be honest with you. So let's find out. Are you ready for this? Let's go. Look at that. It can't even accelerate, and off the line, away we go. Look at that. Rapid into second gear. Come on, you beautiful little Volkswagen. Let's do this. Let's just keep riding through the gears. See where we end up. Third gear there. We're going to go to fourth. Will we need fifth? Maybe. I don't think we're going to make that 100 kilometers an hour. Let's get into fifth and see if we can push through. Well, we made it to 91 kilometers an hour. That is impressive. 23.378 seconds to the quarter of a mile with 91 kilometers an hour from the Volkswagen. A double cab pickup. Musical showpiece. Absolutely fantastic. Never going to break any speed records with this beast. We will give it 2 more runs just to see what happens, and also because I find it quite funny. Run number 1 was over 23 seconds. 91 kilometers an hour. Can we beat it? I doubt it, but let's go anyway. Come on, you beautiful little beast. Slightly better reaction off the start line there. Let's go into second. Let's just keep rifling through these gears and see if we can get a slightly better speed and time than we got with our first run. It is quite funny though, isn't it? Boring. You get to take in the scenery of the beautiful drag strip as you go though. Can we beat 91 kilometers an hour? Can we even get to 91? We can still get to 91. That's all right. Is it better than 23.378? What are you talking about? There we go. 23.331. Slightly faster. Happy with that. One more run to go in probably the slowest car we've ever had on the channel, but one of the best looking, in my opinion. So there we go. One more run. Let's just get on with it. 23.331 to beat. Let's just go. Come on, you little beast. Off the line. We can do this. We can do it. It's all in belief. It's all about willing the car to be faster than 23.331 seconds and a slightly better top speed than 91 kilometers an hour. Let's try an early gear change. See if that changes anything. Should we do an early last gear change? See if this will make us more than 91 kilometers an hour. Then we'll know. Oh, it might. Is it? 92. It has. Is it better than 23.331? It is. 23.297 at 92 kilometers an hour. There's the best run of the day. From the Volkswagen, that is. But there we go. 23.297 at 92 kilometers an hour from this gearbox tune that I may have or may not have forgot to show you earlier on. So here it is now, just in case. Let's get back. Let's take the Mazda RX Wing 7 down the drag strip. Musical showpiece back in the garage in its rightful spot. Looking very, very nice. We've had over half of the cars now. Only a couple to go. And now it's time for my personal favourite build. My actual favourite build. The Mazda RX Wing 7. Looking absolutely beautiful. I love this build. Honestly, my favourite livery, design, style. And now we're about to find out if it's any good on the drag strip. Let's just get on with it. Let's find out. My favourite designed car, the Mazda RX Wing 7. Looking absolutely beautiful. Will it be any good on the drag strip? Can we beat? Anything can beat that Audi R8 with the 8.643 seconds. There's only one way to find out. Let's go. Here's the beautiful Mazda RX Wing 7. Well, at least the inside anyway. But we're more interested right now in its drag times and its top speed. Here is the gearbox tune. We're going for the drag strip today. Looking pretty nice. Do you think it'll be able to beat the Audi? I'm not sold, but we'll find out. Come on, you beautiful little Mazda. Let's go. Come on, we can do this. Off the line. Into second. That felt pretty good. Into third. Are we going to need fourth gear? I might just push it for the first run. We'll push it. That felt all right. Little bit of over rev afterwards. We'll take that. 9.936 seconds to the quarter of a mile at 241 kilometers an hour. I thought it would be better. I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be better. It's not even beating out the Dodge. I thought the Mazda RX Wing 7 would do better than that. But there we go. It's only the first run. I don't think we're going to be able to shave off half a second, though. But we will see. Let's get on. Let's find out what else we can do with the X-Wing 7. Race number 2 with our little Mazda in the outside lane. Or the right-hand lane. I suppose it's a drag strip. Does it really count as outside? No, because there's no corners. So the right-hand lane. There we go. Can we beat its first run of a 9.936? I certainly hope so. Come on, Mazda. We can do this. Off the line. Take the gear change there. We'll go for a later gear change. Oh, that might have been pushing it a little bit, but we shall see when we cross the line. We're not going to change again there. Hopefully that's doing all right for us. 9.932, ever so slightly beating it. 0.004 seconds faster. 0.004, have I got that right? 0.004 seconds faster. Still with the same top speed, though. Struggling with words. So not too shabby. One more race with the X-Wing 7, and then we'll move on to the La Croix Fret, a.k.a. the Hoonavan. Come on, Mazda, in our favourite lane, the left-hand lane. Last chance to show yourself. Show yourself? Last chance to prove yourself on the drag strip. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful car. We can do it. Off the line, into second. Don't know if that was better or worse. We're going to go for even earlier gear changes. and see if that makes a difference. And we may even change up into fourth as well, which has probably ruined our top speed. But 9.969, yeah, it didn't do good for our time or our top speed, in all honesty. The last gear change was terrible. I tried something, it didn't work. But there we go. Our best run with the Mazda RX Wing 7 was 9.932 to the quarter of a mile at 241 kilometers an hour. Last one on the drag strip. Let's go and grab the Lacroix Fret, the Hoonavan, and see if that can do any better. That's the X-Wing 7 back at the garage, looking beautiful. Let's carry on with Car Wars. Too soon? My bad. Never mind. Let's carry on. Over here, we've got the beautiful Hoonavan, or the Lacroix Fret, as it's known in-game. Beautiful looking little van that we obviously took inspiration from a beautiful certain Ken Block build. Rest in peace, you absolute legend. But there we go. It is looking beautiful. I love this one. Will it be any good down the drag strip? Let's get on. Let's find out. The last one on the drag strip today is our beautiful Hoonavan. So let's just get on with it. We're obviously just doing it in warm-up and practice. Quarter of a mile. Let's go. Such a good looking little van. Obviously, the RX Wing 7 is still my preferred favourite build. This is your guys' preferred favourite build. Hence why it sits at the top of our Showcar board. But will it be able to do something decent on the drag strip with his turbo diesel engine? There's only one way to find out. Let's go with the beautiful Hoonavan. Come on, you little beast. Off the line. Oh, may not have been the best start. Into second. Into third. It eats up the gears quite quickly, though, doesn't it? Into fourth. Maybe a bit early on that one. We shall see. And across the line at 196k. That's actually pretty impressive. And 11.239 seconds from the turbo diesel. Not too shabby at all. I wonder where that's going to pit it in today's round of 6 cars. Who's going to come top? Who's going to come bottom? We've obviously still got 2 more runs for this Hoonavan to try and beat 11.239. Run number 2 for the Hoonavan. We're just going to get on it and straight away go. Come on, you little beast. We want to get some good times. Second, third. Let's keep going. I'm thinking we can probably get a little bit faster with the Hoonavan. Let's just see where we get across the line. That looked like it was 196 again. It was 11.254. Actually, a little bit slower in that run. So maybe for the final run, we'll do some slightly later gear changes and see what happens there. It's the last chance for the Hoonavan and the last run on the drag strip for the day. Come on, you beautiful little beast. Let's go. Let's do this. We're going to do it. We're going to go later on the gear changes, so up closer to 5,500. Trying to keep them all up at that top end and see if that gives us a slightly faster time or if it works out slightly slower with the Hoonavan. What did we get? Was that a faster time? 11.237. Only just beating out our first run. So there we go. Slightly faster time. Still with the same top speed. Why do I struggle to say that? Same top speed of 196 kilometers an hour. That's everything done down the drag strip. Let's get back to the garage, have a talk a little bit more, and then we'll get on to the racetrack stuff. We made it back to the garage in the Hoonavan. Everybody made it. Everybody drove better than I expected, in all honesty. No massive issues, no real issues at all. We managed to get everything up and down the drag strip nice and easily with some all right times. Obviously, that Hoonavan coming in with the 11.237 down at the drag strip. Now, we have done them all down the drag strip. I did just go in and start looking and editing just to sort of see where we're at time-wise, and we're already around the 25-minute mark. So instead of extending this by a further half an hour or so, I figure we're going to call this one here and just do the drag racing in this video, and then in another video next week, we'll do all the track stuff all around the racetrack. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to leave all of these with their odd wheels on them for the moment. Obviously, they're not odd. They've just got slicks, but they weren't built and designed with slicks. They were built with tyres that looked better on them. So, for now, let's just go back down through the list. If we jump into the Hoonavan, obviously, we know we did it in 11.237, but we'll talk about all of that in a minute. All I want to see from here is their drag ratings and their horsepower. 551 horsepower from the beautiful Hoonavan, and its drag rating, obviously, of a 479. Not too shabby. The next one down the list, the RX Wing 7, drag rating of a 674, and pumping out 823 horsepower. Not too shabby from that one either. Then our musical showpiece. Absolutely fantastic build. Love this one. Definitely not the quickest, with an E61 drag rating and a whopping 64 horsepower. Now, these numbers might have changed from the videos that you saw them on originally, mostly because of the wheels. But one of them, which is the Nissan, I believe the values of the 2JZ have changed, so that's totally different to the figures we had before. Anyway, on to the Dodge. This one here doesn't have a drag rating. Bearing in mind I have dynoed it since I put the slicks on. Anything else changed in here? We lost some exhaust pipe. That's my problem. There we go. That's the issue we've come up with. This is, I believe, a fixed issue now in TK Aftermarket. But there we go. I do have a screenshot of what the Charger was, so I'll just put that on the screen now rather than jumping in with the drag rating on it as well as the horsepower. I don't know off the top of my head, so I'll let you have a look for yourselves. There we go. Now, I believe the Nissan Z doesn't have any pipes on, so this shouldn't be any different. I'm just going to jump in underneath if I can get there, because we have imaginary wheels. No, this didn't have any pipes, so we don't have to worry about that. So we jump into the Z. That was a B371, and a total horsepower of 539. Again, not too shabby. The very last one, which was obviously the first one we did today, the beautiful Audi R8. We jump into this one. This was obviously a 999 on the drag rating, because it's got a lot of power, very, very fast, and a total horsepower of 1,346. Absolutely fantastic. I have really, really enjoyed this one today. But now let's talk about what we did today, where they sit in their own personal little Showcar leaderboard. Starting with, obviously, that beautiful Audi R8. We managed to get that one down at the quarter-mile drag strip in 8.643 seconds at 265 kilometers an hour. Good top speed, very fast time. Happy with that one. Next up was our beautiful Nissan Z. We managed to squeeze 11.482 seconds to the quarter of a mile at 198 kilometers an hour. Next down the drag strip was obviously our beautiful Dodge Charger. That managed a 9.370 seconds at 268 kilometers an hour. So slightly faster than the Audi speed-wise. Just couldn't get that power down onto the track quite quick enough to beat the Audi. Then we did the Volkswagen musical showpiece, looking fantastic, with a 23.297 to the quarter of a mile at 92 kilometers an hour. No records being broken from that one there, but it looks beautiful, and that's what counts for these builds. Then we did the Mazda RX Wing 7, managing a 9.932 down the drag strip. Not too shabby from that one at 241 kilometers an hour. Not the quickest in the day, but still pretty quick nonetheless. And then obviously last off, we did the Hunavan, the Lacroix Fret. I don't know how to say that. I don't speak French, but there we go. With an 11.237 seconds at 196 kilometers an hour. Again, a decent speed, but it is what it is. So let's go through in order. In first place is obviously the beautiful, the stunning, the quick, the powerful Audi R8, looking absolutely fantastic with its 8.643 seconds. In second place is the Dodge Charger SRT Black Badge Edition, or whatever I called that one, with a 9.370 seconds at 268 kilometers an hour. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In third place was my favorite, the Mazda RX Wing 7, with a 9.932 at 241 kilometers an hour. Then it was the Hunavan with 11.237 at 196 kilometers an hour. And then the Nissan Z, 11.482 seconds at 198 kilometers an hour. And pulling up the rear is the Volkswagen double cab pickup musical showpiece with a record-breaking 23.297 seconds at a whopping 92 kilometers an hour. Absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed today. I hope you have as well. Let's come out of B-roll and get back into this. It's been a lot of fun. I know I said we were going to do both the drag strip and the racetrack today, but it's taken just a little bit longer than I anticipated to record. And, well, it's turning out a bit longer than I thought in the edit. Yeah, I could make it shorter, cut out some of the races, you know, so you only see the fastest run and all of that. But I want to keep it fair. I want to show you guys what I do on this channel. So there we go. Obviously, we got nothing to sell today because we don't need to. But I do have something to sell you. Hey, what a beautiful transition. We have obviously got the beautiful Hunavan. It was voted in #1 on the Showcar board. So we've made a signature series t-shirt and mug to go with it. Feel free to grab yourself one using the link in the description below. Fourth virtualmechanic-shop.fourthwall.com. I can never remember that link. It's so long. I need to find a way of getting something shorter for that. Maybe my own website. I know I can link that with Fourth Wall, so maybe I just create my own website, but there's too much money involved in that. We'll come back to that another time. But anyway, grab yourself a t-shirt, grab yourself a mug, maybe one of your friends, family, someone like that likes my channel, likes cars, is even maybe a Ken Block fan, might appreciate it on a mug. So maybe get them something for Christmas, as it is coming up. Way, I'm good at these links, aren't I? Absolutely fantastic. But anyway, that's enough of today's video. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do leave a like. Let me know what you think of our beautiful drag racing, of all our show car builds that weren't ever really built for drag racing, but they all did well, in all honesty. I was expecting spin-offs, things not being able to drive straight, things like that. I was expecting loads of issues, but everything performed a lot better than I expected on the drag strip. Before we come back, next time won't be the track racing. Next time will be another show car build. You can see it on the trailer already. The current competition over on the official Discord, official Red Dot Games Discord server. That's the words I was looking for. Current competition is luxury rides. So we've gone for the SCEO LX 550 and the VM Lux Edition. This one is going to be fun. This one is available from standard auction, barn or junkyard. I've added the salon to mine just so I could buy a new one to test painting and fitting and stuff like that before coming to the actual build, you know, make sure it all works to a degree. As I say, I don't normally race them, so I never check that. I just build them. But this is what we're going to be working on next time. The engine in it is a V8 6.2 litre Hemi Hellcat, pumping out 631 horsepower from our luxury build. Sort of sports luxury, maybe? Could we call it that? The inspiration for it, you might know, is Ryan Friedlinghaus. I'm hoping I'm saying that correct. From West Coast Customs. He built a Rolls Royce that looked very similar to this many, many years ago. It was his personal car. I don't know if he still has it. I'm assuming so. He loved it at the time. But the inspiration came from that, so you might see a few little bits from that. Might look a bit familiar to you. So join us back here on Thursday for our lovely show car build. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. At least I hope you're going to enjoy it. What did you think of our drag racing, our current show car builds, or at least our top 5 plus the Audi today? I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to come back probably next Monday for the pitting them around the racetrack, but it might not be Monday. I'm supposed to be going away this weekend. If that happens, I might not have enough time. I'm going to try and get it finished before I go, but obviously it depends. We'll see how it goes. But if not, I will get that video out Tuesday or something like that, and then we'll be back to normal on Thursday, the following Thursday. So join us back here this coming Thursday for our show car build, and then next week sometime for racing all of our current show car builds around the track, and maybe we might even include the SCEO if you're lucky. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And if you want access to any of my show car builds, hit the join button below and become a member of the VM Garage Club with these lovely perks where you obviously get access to the configs, the liveries, and then a Discord where I put them all out to you and we can chat. I ask for help showing the builds, and I showcase all of my builds there before anyone else sees them. So do click join below, like these guys here, £2.99 a month. It massively supports me, and I will personally think you're a legend if you do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.